Hi YouTube, it's a Thursday evening, January 17th or January 18th, I don't remember what day it is, 2019. I'm going to do a video that I haven't done, a work-related video. I haven't done this video in 11 years and I think it's time for a nice little update. This is basically going to be doing a TV news live shot. This is a TV consultant's worst nightmare. Two microwave trucks going out to do microwave live shots. Alright, mast is starting to go up now. He did properly clear the space above the truck. There are no obstacles that could be a hazard to him or others should the mast ensnare something. So that'll go about 50 feet up into the air. Okay, so I have moved to my location for my live shot. It's now 8:40 p.m. and I can get my truck going here. We're up and running. This is a super easy live shot for us because this is our generic default location if we ever want a scenic view of the city. I don't even have to put my mast up to get it, so we'll get my truck going here. So let me turn this one off, turn these all on so that I've got power. Rear lights on, and I got side lights on. I really don't need those on right now. But what I do need to do, I unstow, and just to show you again here, really can't see it, but there is nothing above me, it's clear. I don't even have to mast up, so I just hit unstow. Go up, and I just flip a switch. And I think I got to be about, like right about there. And then since we're towering, our tower is very tall. Our receive height at our station is probably 700 feet in the air, so it's not like I can actually flip this down. I can close this. Yeah, it's like when it hits the thing there. And that's turned on here, so at some point this will get fired up. Thinking about it. There we go. And the multi-display came up, so we're all ready to go here. And actually, I have to be on channel 4. Oh wait, I hit the wrong one here. So it's time for me, and I can go to low power because I don't need high power because I got a pretty clear line of sight here. So I'll give my people a call, and then it's time for me to tune in. So yeah, that was easy squeezy lemon peasy. Both shots fired up right away, didn't have to do any moving on the dish. He's doing the other photog, he's doing a story on security cameras in the park. We're doing a story with my reporter on the flood wall that's kind of way over there. So I'm going to have to throw some lights up and throw a little light on it. I did this video 11 years ago, and a lot has changed in our business in 11 years, but a lot of it still stays the same. Now tonight, it's kind of a cold, windy night out. We're supposed to have a storm coming. So, as a favor to my reporter, I'm using our van here as a kind of a windbreak. And because I'm keeping them close to the van, I just have a short jumper to run out. And so like with the video that I did 10 years ago, video plugs into the truck instead of it being analog NTSC, it's HD-SDI, and of course I've got the cord hooked on something, or hooked on the latch there, so that it's kind of a bit of a storm relief. But then I have IFB coming out, and so we'll come down here. This is my camera. I've got the snake kind of run over the top, and then the SDI runs into this little T here so that I can get on and off real easy, because when it's cold out and you're trying to do this to the BNC, that's kind of a no-go. And then it comes over here to this IFB box. Here's the red light. And then it comes down over here to the Talent IFB box, and I can pick and choose what channel, and then got a mic. And then over here, I got two color strands for lighting up background, and then I've got an iCam LED for doing talent lighting.
Many people here in Cedar Rapids wondered if that would affect the future of flood protection. CBS 2 News political reporter Nick Weig updates the uncertainty and where the project stands now. Nick.
Yeah, that's right. It was just 1 week ago that reports first surfaced that President Trump was considering pulling funds that were supposed to go to Cedar Rapids' flood wall to fund his border wall with Mexico. So far, that hasn't happened. And right now, leaders here in Cedar Rapids are breathing a little bit easier. If snow on the ground and water on the way doesn't stop progress in the city's flood defenses, it doesn't appear a political turmoil will either.
Okay, so we're going to do the opposite.
Leaders were caught off guard with a point surface that
start left,
is considered
and then we'll go from.
You want me to walk in? To fund his border. City leaders and their representatives on Capitol Hill looking for answers. They don't have all of them yet, but appear more at ease than a few days ago. Iowa Senator Joni Ernst points to the contract already signed between the city and the Corps, saying, quote, the fact that Cedar Rapids has a project partnership agreement in place should strengthen its position. City Manager Jeff Pomeranz agrees, telling me, quote, the senator has reassured us that the city is in a good position. She will continue to advocate for us with the Army Corps and the administration. And as for the men and women tasked with getting it all done, it is full steam ahead. And chances are that'll be put to the test in the coming days with all the snow and cold that Terry's been telling us about. Now, Davis tells me it's important to remember that the Corps is involved in every aspect of the flood defense plan. They're only paying for a small portion of it, but all of the stuff coming from local and state funding has to be coordinated with the Army Corps to make sure all of it works together. Covering the corridor in downtown Cedar Rapids, Nick Weig, CBS 2 News. the back?
No, those go actually in this thing. Because I used my color clearance tonight. Hey. Oh yeah, I need to hang this up. Well, it'll be hot. Bye.
Have fun.
Oh, I will.
That was a good one.
Yes, comes in handy. Okay, so we're getting very close here to being struck. Hey, I'm just leaning over so that I can put some cords back in there. Drawer there. Just gotta wrap up some stuff and we'll be good to go. So yeah, here's the back of the van. Extension cords are wrapped up and in their container. Got some new coax. This is the Brilliance by Belden. I think it's like 1585. I got some short jumpers of that. And then we got a longer spool of that, so if we want to do like a walk and talk or some kind of demonstrative live shot. And it's really easy to run out cable and you've got a good football field to work there, do whatever. Okay, so time to power down. Our MTX is turned off. Our dish. We'll double check. Dish is stowed. Cables are put away, so I will flip this down and I'll flip this off. And I'll shut this door. 10 o'clock at night. So yeah, we can head on back. Get my pants up here. So I should mention that it is 2019 and technology has changed a bit since I did this video in 2008. And we've got a couple of different options on the table on how we want to get stuff back to the station, whether it be live or for something to be played back later. Of course, as you saw me do in the video, we did a traditional point-to-point microwave shot where you stick the mast up in the air and you shoot the signal back 5, 6, 10, 15, 20 miles, whatever, to a receive site. And we've also got the satellite dish that lets us get live anywhere, really. Now this van, you kind of saw this van a little bit in the video. This is what's called a hybrid, or an IP-SNG van, in that the satellite portion is IP based as opposed to KU based. This is a Viasat based truck, and we have the ability with this to just not, uplink a signal, but we can also get internet through here too. And for uplinking, we use LiveU. And LiveU is either a rack mounted unit like this, and this networks straight into the satellite dish, or if we can't put the dish up, we have what's called an extender there on top of the car, or on top of the van, and that hooks up. And in addition to the rack mounted units, we also have these little backpack size. These things are like the size of a shoebox. These little units that we can take anywhere with us. They're battery operated, and you power them up and you plug your camera in and you just go. And then last but not least, the most basic and down-to-earth way, we've got these tap points at various places throughout the station, and you just plug a camera straight in, and this is running right back to the production switcher. No compression, no delay, no anything. It's as clean of a picture as you can get. So you might ask yourself, why have so many different ways of going live or sending stuff back from the field? Why? You know, you can just do one way and be done with it. Well, the thing about technology is that there is no perfect solution to a problem. So let's talk about pros and cons here. With your traditional ENG microwave, you've got a point-to-point communications link from the truck to the station that you are in complete control of. You're not dependent on a third party doing their job for you when it comes to internet data. And in addition to this, you've got a much lower delay, and you've got a guaranteed quality of service. And you've got enough bandwidth on the single ENG channel that you can easily handle 4K video with this using HD-SDI. This is your best overall option, your direct link, but you only get about 300 feet before the signal deteriorates to the point that at the other end of the cord, this little repeater here can't even repeat it because it doesn't know what it's seeing, so you just get a black picture. So while this may be the simplest overall way to go live from the field or feed something from the field, I have seen these backpacks fail because of congestion, because the towers have been torn down by tornadoes or other severe weather events. I've seen them not work simply because you're in a spot where there is no cell service, and I've seen these backpacks jammed, have their cell signals jammed so that they didn't work. But with these truck masts, you have to deal with obstructions that might block your line of sight. You can't have them up in thunderstorms, you can't have them up at high wind, and you risk the mast getting stuck if you put it up in inclement weather like rain when it's cold out, like say around freezing or below freezing, or even in the snow, or if it's super cold out like 0 degrees. But anywhere that you can go with one of these and either get a Wi-Fi network or a cell signal, you can pretty much do a shot somewhere. So for instance, we can go into the basement of the public library, hook into their Wi-Fi, and we're ready to go. We don't have to find a place to park a van and drag cord down and make a tripping hazard for people, or possibly get those cords smashed indoors. So really, kind of the moral of the story is that we need to have redundancy. The more tools we have, the better off we'll be able to do our jobs.